This is Primetime Sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, 1019, 100.5, AM 1450, WGNSSports.com, Big G TV, streaming video, and always at the game. The game. It's time for the Primetime Sports Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day, working hard to help injured people in Rutherford County and Middle Tennessee. Since moving to Medical Center Parkway, they've helped thousands get legal help that they've needed when they've needed it the most. If you've been injured, go to johndaylegal.com for a free consultation. And remember, there are no fees unless they win your case. Now, let's join the Primetime Sports team for tonight's featured game from WGNS and Big G TV.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Lebanon High School, Danny Watkins Stadium. A little late getting on tonight, but we're here for the Riverdale Lebanon football game. It is the first round of the TSSAA playoffs, and got to get some of these games in. A few games, well, many games were played last night. Around the state, I don't know, maybe half, something like that. But we're here tonight after a lengthy rain delay, and really not rain delay, it's a lightning delay. The rain's not as much of a problem. But things have cleared out here just a bit, and as long as we don't have that L word creep back in, I think we'll be in good shape. And I know that there was a severe thunderstorm warning for Rutherford County just a little bit ago, and still some pretty heavy rain coming into the downtown area, but here from, I would say, Lebanon to Watertown, just south of Lebanon, kind of where the activity is at this point. So we'll be bringing you some football here in just a few minutes. It's going to be an 8:07 kickoff. After all the delays and everything, that's what it's going to be, but we're seeing a few folks starting to mill around, trying to dry off their seats here. And we've got Riverdale football team out on the football field. Nobody out there for the Blue Devils just yet, but I'm sure they'll be here in just a few. And have some football for you tonight. So we invite you to stay tuned here on the Countdown to the Game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. We'll bring in Bill Hockenberry and Rod Edwards, and we're going to talk about the games that have been played and the game that is scheduled to be played tonight in Murfreesboro, which I'm sure they're still in a lightning delay with that one. So we'll talk all about it as we continue here on News Radio WGNS, Big G TV, bringing you coverage tonight of State Farm Prep Sports.
Message provided by the Rutherford Opioid Board.
What's the location of your emergency?
I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate.
946 overdose calls countywide in 2023.
We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
Hello, this is Coy Young at Las Casas Feed Supply. We'd like to welcome you to our door.
Whether you have a quarter acre or several, Las Casas Feed Supply has premium feeds and dog foods you can't find in box stores.
Nutrition is our specialty here at Las Casas Feed.
Plus, every Saturday morning, they have a local producer-only farmers market with fresh vegetables, beef, pork, and more.
Customer service and expertise that exceeds your expectations.
Family owned and operated by Coy and Jennifer Young, Las Casas Feed Supply on Barlow Lane, just off Highway 96 East in Las Casas.
Hi, this is Wade Hayes of Toots Restaurants, and our family would like to thank this community for supporting Toots for 40 years.
Head over to Toots.com for our daily specials, our menu, and all of our locations. Check out our Kids Club for some extra deals. Thank you to our patrons and customers.
Thank you for dining with us since 1985.
Thank you, Rutherford County.
Thank you for dining with us for 40 years.
Toots. Good food and fun.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home has served Murfreesboro families with compassion and care since 1880. As a family-owned funeral home, we're committed to honoring every life with dignity through traditional services, cremation options, and pre-planning that gives you peace of mind. For over 140 years, we've been here when it matters most. Visit JenningsandAyers.com. Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home, honoring life and comforting families since 1880.
Middle Tennessee Christian School, training for eternity.
The large majority of our kids are involved in athletics or extracurricular activities, one or the other, and most are doing multiple activities.
MTCS President Matt Tiller.
And that's a great preparation for life. How many of us in our life are just doing one thing? So a well-rounded student is a huge deal.
Invest in your child's future in a Christ-centered environment with many athletic and extracurricular choices.
Without a doubt, our students have the opportunity to be involved in multiple activities.
To find out more, visit mtcscougars.org.
At Wilson Bank and Trust, we believe you shouldn't have to choose between personal service and digital solutions. This is Andy Jakes with Wilson Bank and Trust. As your local independent bank, we're proud to offer the relationships and trusted service you expect, along with the tools and technology that keep you moving forward.
Wilson Bank and Trust, here to get you there.
Whether you're a growing business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help. Because this isn't just where we work, it's where we live too.
Wilson Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Thank you, Miss Celeste Middleton, and it is now time on the countdown to the game, sponsored by the law offices of John Day, to take part in our Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. At Rick's Barbecue, you'll find fresh, never-frozen meats that are slow-smoked the traditional way over real hickory wood and custom-built pits for unbelievable flavor. From tender pork, juicy chicken, mouth-watering beef, every bite crafted with care. Don't miss the other crowd pleasers like slaw dogs, loaded baked potatoes. From the pit to the plate, Rick's Barbecue. Ready to satisfy your whole family out on Warrior Drive off of South Church Street. Joining me here is, what's your name? Rod Edwards?
It's Rod.
I was just thinking of what Tricia said when you left tonight in the middle of a thunderstorm. what was it she said, or can we say it on the air?
No.
Sometimes we do crazy things. I think this one kind of ranks right up there, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially how it was pouring and lightning when I left. In fact, the hardest rain I had was walking to my truck.
Yeah. It was just probably, Rod, you and I have done this, 10 years together now?
Mm-hmm.
And it's closer to 30 than anything for me. And this is one of the wilder nights in terms of anticipating what do we do, how do we,
Right.
And when we got here, there wasn't a soul in the stadium, so I guess we made an okay choice here to come a little later.
Right. It was really good strategic part on yours, because that's something totally new, something that you usually don't do. You're going to be there on time, but you had to be patient.
Did that shock you?
Yeah, I did a little bit.
You thought, he's going to have us riding around out in the middle of a thunderstorm.
Then we'll be sitting in the booth and pouring in.
Yeah.
It'll be leaking in the booth.
That's because we've been there with that before. But I got to thinking when I saw the warning said ping pong sized hail, I didn't know if I might not make a windshield, might not get here. So, but there's just so much that goes into anything. I know some teams played last night, and we are going to talk county roundup here in a second. But someone makes one decision, and that one decision has a ripple down effect. I mean, the decision to play tonight instead of last night by Lebanon. Mm-hmm. It affects Riverdale, how they get here, their safety. I mean, you affect hundreds of people outside of the fans.
Right. I mean, and there's a lot going to choose not to come that we're planning to come. We're excited about it. Been following them all year, but you're just very unsure what's going to happen because it didn't look good earlier, and the forecast was kind of well, but you're used to looking at it, so you did a good job, though.
Well, in all of that, I had my suspicions, Bill Hockenberry, and we even talked about those. Why would Lebanon want to play on a night like tonight when you're playing a team, and taking on a quarterback that has passed for 2,310 yards? Any advantage you'll take, and I think that was obviously part of Lebanon's strategy.
I think there's no doubt about that, Lebanon is also a ground and pound type team, so the wetter the conditions, the better for their team, and when you're the home team, and that's why seeding is such a big deal. the home team gets to decide, are we moving it or are we going to keep it on this night? And so Riverdale had to adjust. They know what they're going to have to go to, and it should be a good matchup tonight.
Riverdale, obviously, if they had the choice, I could almost guarantee you that they would have played Thursday night. But that wasn't the choice. This is a natural surface here, grass surface. I was talking to somebody about this very same thing, and they said, do you think Lebanon was out there just in case it didn't rain with the hose? And I said, it's funny that you say that. I know they've done that in Cookeville before.
No doubt about it. Nobody, that's, we have seen some crazy things, and I guarantee you that they would have been hosing it down if it hadn't rained like it did before the night.
Well, it's certainly had a lot of rain, but there's no standing water or anything like that. So it has drained well. But, Rod, when you get into a game like this, turnovers are a key part in it. If you're in the playoffs, first round, you're at the visiting place. I mean, this is going to be a pretty hostile place to play for Riverdale.
Right. I mean, I know that Lebanon's the number 2 seed. Riverdale's number 3, but most people think Riverdale is the better team and rated. And sometimes you hope for, if you are a lower skilled team or thought of as being a lower skilled team by people, any break you can have can make a big difference. And I tell you, I experienced it as a sophomore in high school. Our sophomore team, we played at a stadium that had both a private school and a high school played on it. We were the visiting team. It was muddy at the beginning. It was close to Halloween, about not too far from where we were last week. And we started the game. Our team was quicker, but we weren't as big. And early in the game, we scored. We were leading 14-0. And then the rains came and they poured, and we couldn't move anything on them. And they kind of won the mud bowl part of it, and it ended up being a tie. And it was basically on how the fields were in the two different halves.
We're going to talk a lot about the games that went on last night, kind of give you a picture of what the brackets look like, and of course more on this game as well. We're going to kind of do pregame things in a little different order here, and thought it might be a good time to check on the forecast and see kind of what the rest of the game is looking like tonight in terms of conditions. It has cooled off a little bit. We were in the low 70s today. It's now about 62 degrees, and Ray Miller, tell us what we've got to look forward to here.
Could be a messy game tonight. Rain likely, even a few rumbles of thunder possible. Brief periods of heavy rainfall. Winds will be light out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Temperatures in the low 60s at kickoff and still in the low 60s by the end of the game. That's your forecast, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, your heating and air expert since 1966, delivering the finest HVAC products and services at affordable prices. From the Rutherford Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ray Miller.
Thank you, Ray. It has been an active day in the Rutherford Weather Center, but I can tell you here in Lebanon tonight, again, 63 degrees at the airport. There are a few light showers around, but it's just shower activity. There are some cells with lightning to the east, so they're further away. So we need all the officials, since the clock has started, to look to the west. That we don't want them to look east, right?
That's right.
See anything out there. So while we do have some pretty hefty storms going through Murfreesboro, things are settling down here in Lebanon, where we're going to bring you Riverdale and Lebanon tonight. More of the countdown to the game sponsored by the law offices of John Day. When we come back, a look at last night's games where our 6A teams sit. We had one of our single A teams play last night and another in Division II playing tonight. So we'll look at all of that on the County Roundup when we return on State Farm Prep Sports.
Are you tired of feeling like just another number with your insurance provider? At Rayburn Insurance Agency in Smyrna, Agent Rick Hall prides himself on offering personalized service that puts you first. Every client's needs are unique. From personal home and auto coverage to tailored business insurance, Rick Hall's got you covered. Rick Hall at Rayburn Insurance Agency in Smyrna, where you're more than just a policy number. You're a neighbor.
Coming into a sizable amount of money is one kind of surprise. But a rough Tennessee winter is another one. Folks in this area know the importance of having their HVAC checkup before winter hits. People also know the importance of Roscoe Brown checking their plumbing system, too. Frozen pipes, broken water heaters, just a few of the problems from Old Man Winter. Set up a winter plumbing and HVAC checkup at Roscoe Brown.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
When it comes to building your dream home in Rutherford County, America's Home Place has the winning game plan. Step into the Mount Juliet showroom and call your own plays. Pick the house plan, flooring, cabinets, countertops, and more, all under one roof. Build it your way on your land with a builder you can trust. Visit 4157 North Mount Juliet Road or call 615-784-0030. America's Home Place, helping Rutherford County families score big with custom homes.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance are the leading experts in sports medicine and performance, and the team physicians for NFL, college, and high school athletes across Tennessee. TOA offers same-day appointments, walk-ins, and urgent care for acute orthopedic injuries that can't wait. TOA is proud to support Rutherford County high school athletes. Having a specialized care team you trust can make all the difference in your athletic journey. To find a TOA location near you, visit TOA.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Alex Williams, and this is State Farm Prep Football.
Thank you, Alex, and welcome back here. Time to talk about some of the games that have been played. One of the games, let's talk about the single-A game last night, Rod, and the Eagleville Eagles go to McEwen to get the job done and do it really in breakout fashion. The final score in that one was 45-28. At a 2 seed, that's kind of what we're hoping happens in tonight's game.
Right. I mean, they scored as many points as Blackman and Oakland did. In fact, more than Blackman, and they scored 42, which matches Oakland. They were the number 3, as you mentioned. McEwen, number 2 seed. They had to go to West Tennessee, and they've struggled a little bit the last couple of years in that long trip. But, man, they really stepped up. And 42-28 over McEwen. Ben Fox was 7 for 9, had 90 yards and a passing and a touchdown. He also rushed for 20 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Jordan, he didn't get 100 this time. It's very rarely do you see him under 100. But this one was 92 yards, 13 carries, 92 yards and a touchdown. Cason Puffer had 54 yards and TD, so their offense was clicking last night.
And defensively, Cason Moore had 8 tackles and a couple of sacks, and Jonathan Jordan had a block kick and fumble recovery for Grant Cooper on the defensive side. So they did very, very well. They are awaiting the winner of tonight's Memphis Middle College and Humboldt game. And if it's Memphis Middle College that wins, Eagleville will go to Memphis after a trip to McEwen this week. So we'll talk to Floyd Walker about that in the morning. The Oakland Patriots last night, Bill had no problem with the Cookeville Cavaliers. And in fact, I was getting the score-by-score on last night's game from Ron Reeves, and Oakland put 21 on the board in the first quarter.
And it's just a statement right off the bat. You know, Oakland's, it's playoff season now. They flipped the page after the big Battle of the Borough game last week, and coming out making that statement early on, and was able to coast to a really good win over Cookeville. That
reminds me, Craig Tutt had 9 carries for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. His longest was 59. Craig Tutt, along with Joel Wyatt, for 6A, our Mr. Football semifinalist, and we got to see this young man play last week, Sean Burkhofer at Providence Christian. He is a semifinalist for Mr. Football, so we're going to salute them from SRM Concrete, our solid performers. SRM Concrete, locally grown, nationally known. It's rare you see 2 from one school, but I think Oakland is deserving of that with those 2. And, of course, Sean Burkhofer, he is the man.
Oh, he is. And 2 from a school is unusual, but it's an unusual group. And both well-deserving to be representative. And Sean Burkhofer, I mean, what else can you say about him? But he's just the man.
Rod Blackman, last night playing Gallatin, I got to listen to some of that game last night and get score updates from Scott Lawless. It was 3-3 at halftime. I think they tied it right before the half. Gallatin did. And, their broadcasters were talking about, well, we're bringing in our third-string quarterback and this, that, and the other, but Blackman knows when to turn it on, and they did in the second half.
Yeah, I imagine they had some first playoff game jitters and a little bit, just things just didn't click. And a couple plays go bad, and sometimes they just continue for a while. They got their mind reset. Coach helped reset it, I'm sure. And they came out and they played like the Blackman we've seen. Because it's the two times we've seen them, they seem like they explode early in the game. And so actually the second half was their early attack at the beginning.
That Oakland score, by the way, was 42-10. Oakland Patriots winners last night, and Blackman over Gallatin 24-9. The only other game that happened last night was Green Hill and Bill Smyrna. They were toe for toe through the first quarter and a half in that one, and then Green Hill scored late in the first half to take a 21-14 lead, and then second half they kind of got the ball rolling much like Blackman did.
Yeah, they did. And, you got to tip your hat to Matt Williams and his staff and his team on a great season making the playoffs. And, I mean, it's 14-14 right before the half. Green Hill scores, to go up 21-14, and just a tough second half. But, overall, a really good season for the Smyrna Bulldogs.
Well, I mean, a couple of weeks ago is who's going to get in the playoffs. And if you can make it from Region 3-6A, you've done something for sure.
You have, and there was some things they had to work through the end of the season, and really, Matt's going to be really proud of his team for what they did, and getting that playoff berth, and really represented last night. Just ran out of gas in the second half.
Well, the playoff bracket. Some of the things that we know: Green Hill will play Science Hill next week. Oakland is awaiting tonight's Jefferson County Bradley Central winner. We'll hopefully be able to bring you some of these. Riverdale, Lebanon, you're going to play the winner of Maryville and Westridge. And Blackman has moved on. They're going to play the winner of Dobbins-Bennett, Farragut. That would be at Farragut or at Dobbins-Bennett or hosting Farragut in that one for Blackman. Oakland will be at home. And Riverdale, if they were to win, they would either host West Ridge, which would be a shock, or Maryville. They'll travel there next week. That's the 6A bracket. The only other game tonight, Rod, is MTCS and Chattanooga Grace, and a team that MTCS is familiar with. Chattanooga Grace only has one win on the season, and I look for, once the weather clears there in Murfreesboro, they'll be able to get that one underway on their turf and knock off last week's loss to PCA and see if they can make a playoff run.
Yeah, the big thing is not to be too big-headed, because they beat Grace Baptist 63-0. So Coach is going to have to be working, keep focused. We got to be preparing ourselves for the playoffs, and it gets tougher every time you go out. You can't afford a night off.
Well, that is your county roundup. The only two games going on tonight, this one, and I'm glad you're listening in tonight, and the MTCS Chattanooga Grace game. We'll keep you updated on all of those. And a reminder, we're talking to all the coaches that are still playing or played last night on the Coaches Show tomorrow morning beginning at 9. Danny Brewer's going to join me, and the two of us are going to tag team and take care of that one for you tomorrow morning beginning at 9 o'clock. A little different schedule. The interviews are a little longer with a few fewer coaches that will be joining in. All right, when we come back here to Lebanon and Danny Watkins Stadium, we'll continue the countdown to the game. We are, according to the clock here, about 9:24 before kickoff between Riverdale and Lebanon on State Farm Prep Sports.
Mills Family Pharmacy.
Here at Mills Pharmacy, we do compound medications.
Craig Buckner with Mills Family Pharmacy.
Compounding medications are prescriptions that are not commercially available, or you need a special formulation. If it's a liquid, suppository, or specialized cream, we make that in our lab.
Mills Family Pharmacy offers a wide range of compounding, all to create custom medications for you.
We're at 2994 South Church Street, next to Toots.
Customized services at Mills Family Pharmacy.
The frustration many are feeling is real and justified. Kenneth Barrett said that after the county commission denied raises for deputies this year, and as sheriff, fair pay will be a top priority.
We need to figure out how we can get ours comparable to other agencies and start communication with the county commission to try to get less steps at a higher percentage.
With nearly 30 years at the sheriff's office, Barrett brings servant leadership, accountability, transparency, and fairness. Learn more at KennethBarrettForSheriff.com.
Paid for by Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, J.M. Stewart Treasurer.
Hi Murfreesboro, this is Amanda from Animal City. We're at 919 Northwest Broad Street. Come in and see us. If you've already found your best feline friend, we carry all of their favorite things here at Animal City. Whether it's scratching posts, toys, or premium quality food, you will find it with us. Come in and see us. We are so proud to be Murfreesboro's pet destination for 35 years. Animal City, 919 Northwest Broad Street. Family owned and operated.
Every team knows which play can be the winning move. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, here to help life go right by combining your home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-873-1700. It's a winning move that saves you time and money.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose. You do anything to protect your kids. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and it's important to protect them with life insurance. I can make it easy and affordable for you to protect your family.
If someone asked, "What's your more?" would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. My team and I have worked hard to help injured people throughout Middle Tennessee. We've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. And if we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the Law Offices of John Day for a free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless we win your case.
Since 1966, Vans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard heating and air products, Vans will do it all. Sell you your choice of products and then install it with their factory-trained, experienced, professional staff. In the unlikely event you need service, Vans will be there with trained technicians. Vans Heating and Air is located on Jayhawk Court. Call 615-893-7930. Vans Heating and Air.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you in part by First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, the Rutherford Opioid Board, and our friends at State Farm. We've already talked about the weather. The rain has stopped here. It's currently 61 degrees, 63 degrees just up the road at the Lebanon Airport, so somewhere around there. And may have some light rain come through, but not expecting anything like we've had the previous few hours. So that is good, so we can get in some high school football for you here tonight on WGNS. As we roll along here on the pregame show, let's talk about our players to watch.
Time now for your players to watch. Brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company. Josh Houston and Associates.
Well, for the Riverdale Warriors, it's going to start with Gavin Hampton, the junior quarterback. He is 154 of 253 passing for 2,310 yards, 26 touchdowns, and is averaging 231 yards per game. It is, they've left no question about it. They're trying to take the strongest part of Riverdale's game away from them tonight, so it is going to be interesting to see how that works out with Hampton. Hopefully keep those dry footballs out there. In the backfield with him with 101 carries for 608 yards and 5 TDs is Jacob Vaughn. Chris Peters may get a few carries, but Vaughn, I thought, last week had a tremendous game, in fact, and really played well against the Oakland Patriots. Favorite receivers for Hampton, Luke Tritch, the freshman, Corden Reynolds, the senior Riley Talley, sophomore Jacob Vaughn, and senior Braylon Burns. Your kicker is Miles Weaver. He's 35 of 35 on PATs, 9 of 12 on field goals, 39 being his longest. 52-yard per kickoff average, and the opponents start on average at the 26-yard line. The average is about 38 yards per punt. Jones, Reams, and Vaughn will be your special teams players, returners on punts and kickoffs. For the Lebanon Blue Devils, senior Austin Harrison, 91 of 149 for 1,227 yards passing, 11 TDs, 5 interceptions. He's also run for 330 yards, but it's Gian Azita, the junior running back, who has 163 carries for 1313. His yardage, 16 TDs. Jordan Stafford, also 36 carries, 278 yards, but it's going to be Azita who gets most of the carries. Wide receivers, Jaden Stafford, Jamone Busby, Gavin Gregory, Jonah Gardner, and interestingly enough, Jawan Stafford, 3 catches, 3 touchdowns, 55 yards. He's the tight end they like to sneak in there, so we'll have to watch for that play. Eli Jimenez is the kicker. Only gave up 146 yards total to Siegel, the second lowest of the season. They finished 8-2. After a 7-0 start, they are 2 of 3 in their, or 1 of 3 rather, in their last 3 games, including last week's 24-7 surprising loss to the Cookeville Cavaliers. So they have taken care of the coin toss here. And as we wrap up our keys, are our players to watch from Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company. Time to kick this one off here in just a second.
Time now for the keys to the game. Brought to you by Rayburn Insurance agent Rick Hall. Auto, home, business, and life insurance with a trusted agent, Rick Hall, at Rayburn Insurance.
Rod, these two teams have played quite a bit. In fact, we used to be in the district together back when it was a district. But right. Riverdale has lost the last 2 seasons, or last 2 times they played in 2021 and 2022. 41-34 in 2022, 30-17 loss in 21. So Riverdale has not won this matchup with Lebanon in 17 years because of the layoff there.
And that puts pressure on the Riverdale Warriors. And a lot of times we thought, what's the big deal? That's a couple years ago. But it seems like when you've really struggled and you have something that's really keeping you from getting where you want to go, or one team is stepping in the way, then it does put extra pressure.
Well, it's going to be one of those nights, Bill, that you've got wet conditions, slippery ball, all that kind of thing. Got to work on a natural turf, which they don't play on very much. But Riverdale needs a strong start, I would think.
They do, and they got to take care of the football tonight. I think the team that takes care of the football is going to be the team that's going to be in position to move on to the second round. Brian, when we walked in, this field looked brand new, spectacular. And as they've warmed up here in 30 minutes, you can see it's already chewing up in the midfield area, around the 40s on both sides. So whatever team can hold on to the football with the wet conditions tonight is going to have the best chance to advance.
Well, hopefully we can make sure that there are no more games on the field here this season, and, we won't have to worry about that.
That's what we need to make happen.
Work in the offseason and take care of that. That's one thing, Rod, that, I enjoy doing our county matchups. Last week's Riverdale-Oakland game was so much fun. But it's also fun to be able to be a little bit of a homer on the road, too.
That's right. We can forget about what everybody thinks. If we wanted to wear Riverdale colors, we could wear Riverdale colors.
Well, you didn't.
I didn't.
Unless it's blackout night.
Yeah. Well, my WGNS raincoat is black, and I'm just, I'm one of those coordinated guys,
Well, a guy who has so many options, Bill, you'll get there.
Yeah,
he's got 10 years on you.
He's styling out here tonight.
It's going to be Riverdale kicking off to Lebanon, and we're about ready to get this one underway here this evening. Meant to tell you about some of the defensive stars for Riverdale. Hudson Fuqua, 79 tackles, leading the team. You got Aiden Emmons, Jeremy Thompson, Elijah Reams, Caleb Woods, Gail Laura as well. And those are just a few of the biggies here to mention to you. Jaden Malden as well. 9 tackles for loss and 7 sacks at 28 quarterback hurries. We need him to have a good night tonight as well. Toe meets leather, and we are underway here on a sloppy field at Lebanon. 10, 15, 20. Coming back to the near side, 25, and finally wrestled down near the 30-yard line. Going to be stopped short of that. And looks about the 29-yard line is where they'll begin. And your J. Mullins Jewelry kickoff time is 8:07. That's right. West Coast game for you tonight, 8:07. J. Mullins Jewelry, family owned and operated since 1938. That's even older than Rod here. Treating clients like family, J. Mullins Jewelry and Gifts, West Northfield Boulevard in the borough. Christmas time's a coming, boys. So remember our friends at J. Mullins Jewelry and Gifts. They've got great jewelry pieces out there, custom jewelry design, manufacturing, all that stuff. They can take care of that for you at J. Mullins Jewelry. Lebanon going to start it here from the near side hash. They're moving right to left as we see it in the blue tops, royal blue, white pants. Kind of look like Middle Tennessee, except they've got the Blue Devil logo on the side. Riverdale in the visiting white uniforms, Cardinal numbers, Vegas gold helmets. And it's Gian Azita running right side, picking up a couple of yards, about 4 on that far side.
Azita's a hard runner, Brian. We had him earlier this season against Siegel, and we're going to have to make sure we tackle him tonight.
Gunn on the tackle. Anthony Gunn, 26 tackles on the season. 2.5 sacks, 5 quarterback hurries. Also forced a fumble this season.
And as you can see, Brian, Lebanon's really trying to work the play clock down. More if you're an SEC football side, more like a Vanderbilt type, and Riverdale's more like a Tennessee type.
Here's Azita once again running to the right side, trying to get that outside corner, and gets just a couple on 2nd down and 7 to make it now 2nd down and about 4 with that 2-yard pickup. Malden on the tackle. And it'll bring up an important 3rd down here.
Chance for the Riverdale defense to get off the field early and get the ball to their offense.
Going to the air this time. A little pass out in the flat out here to Jaden Stafford, and it's a juggle act that falls to the turf. He doesn't come up with it, and Riverdale forces a Lebanon punt here.
Great opening series for the Riverdale defense, forcing a 3 and out. Couldn't have asked for anything better. You should have good field position right here out of this punt.
Eli Jimenez, the junior kicker, is going to kick it from the 21-yard line. And Riverdale thinks that there may be something up. They have nobody back. They do bring some pressure. The kick is off. It's going to bounce at about the 38 and continue to take a Lebanon roll inside the 30 and be down at about the 27-yard line, it looks like, and that's where the Warriors will take over. What is the key in a game like this the field is wet, so every time you put the football down, it's going to be wet. I guess making sure you exchange the football every down?
Yeah, make sure you get the ball exchanged every down and just being focused. That's the main thing. It's playoff football now. Riverdale having a great outing last week in the Battle of the Borough. They really just need to ride that momentum. They don't worry about any of the things. You're playing a little bit later. It's raining. Take care of business. Get in that same flow they had last week against Oakland.
Well, this will be one of those games where they get to tell some stories, and hopefully they end with Riverdale victory here tonight. 1st and 10. Hampton with a back to his left hip, and that's Vaughn, but a whistle before they snap the football, and it's going to be an equipment issue, and they're going to make Luke Tritch come off. It's those dreaded pants over the knees.
The fashion police are out.
Yes, indeed. Now the first play. It's Vaughn. Vaughn trying to gash him up the middle in a pretty good gain up to around the 31-yard line. So picks up 4 yards on 1st and 10. We'll tell you, it's after the rain and the field and this time of the year, grass is dead. It's a little hard to see the yard markers.
It is. It's hard to figure out where they're spotting the ball.
Yeah, by this time of the year. By the end of this game, I don't know what this field's going to look like, especially between the 30s. Going to go empty backfield here. So 3 wide receivers here at the bottom, 2 up top as they move left to right. Looks to the far side, and it's going to be caught. And it's a foot race now. Does Braylon Burns have the burners? You betcha he does. He is going to be in the end zone for the touchdown. Warriors.
Wow, Brian, what a start right there for Hampton. Hampton to Burns, 69 yards and a touchdown. Could not have started the game any better for Riverdale.
Who cares if the field's wet? That's a Toots touchdown here for the Riverdale Warriors. Toots Good Food and Fun. Tuesday's always burger day at Toots, only $6.99. Bacon cheeseburger, fries, can't beat it. 40 years of tradition with Toots Good Food and Fun. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And Riverdale draws first blood here on the road at Lebanon. It's Riverdale 7, Lebanon nothing on State Farm Prep Sports.
WGNS Radio and Big G TV cover prep sports like no one else. Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and the Primetime Sports team bring you the sights and sounds of every game on State Farm Prep Sports, where local teams and big moments come to life. Hear every game on FM 1019, 100.5, AM 1450, and WGNSradio.com, or watch on YouTube, Facebook, and more. WGNS and Big G TV, your front row seat to Rutherford County Prep Sports.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. Let's hear what some customers have to say about Dr. Automotive.
I just really appreciate Danny and his whole team. I always feel like I'm going to get great service and the right outcome.
You just don't find any better people.
He's always been very good.
We've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
We're back on State Farm Prep Sports, brought to you in part by Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, and Franklin's Printworks. Glad you're along with us here from a soggy Danny Watkins Stadium. But nice start by Riverdale. What was that, 2 plays?
2 plays and already on the board.
Rod, you had a comment there about that striking first on the road. Boy, that's huge.
It is, too. And, we were talking about advantage to a team as a running team, but, it's kind of hard to cover somebody, on a passing play, because the person who's making the cut, who's going out to receive, they know where they're going, but you got to react to it. And that's when they're going to have trouble. So I don't see how this is a real advantage for Lebanon.
Well, let's hope that it's not here in about 15 minutes.
Rod, I think they thought there might be some rain lingering, and they were going to be able to play, but the rain's gone. It's great conditions for a quarterback to throw the football tonight.
And plus, they don't know what a bad field is really like. Like I played on, it was just there was no dirt, there was no grass in the middle of it.
Didn't you play on limestone rock and leather helmets?
Yeah, leather helmets. Yes.
I mean that was tough sledding. Here's the kickoff by Weaver. Going to be taken inside the 5-yard line. Pretty nice return set up here for Manier. Oh, but Manier is clobbered. I mean, he is absolutely leveled by Riverdale. And in fact, the Warriors' Elijah Reams lost his hat.
Boy, Brian, I believe Coach Kreisky really emphasized special teams this week after Oakland had the kickoff return last week for that touchdown. You can already tell the detail that Riverdale is having on special teams tonight.
They'll start here from the near hash at the 25-yard line. The Blue Devils trailing Riverdale 7-0. And Austin Harrison going to line up with 2 backs, 1 on either hip, and a slot back to the right side. This time the give is to Stafford, the junior. Stafford trying to run the corner, and he is going to have a pretty decent gain, the longest one for them of the night. Shy of the first down marker, looks like about an 8-yard gain.
And Stafford is a kid, Brian, we saw against Siegel that they use. They like to play him off of Zeta, and we're going to have to make sure we wrap him up.
Gale making the tackle for the Riverdale defense. Brings up a second down, 2 yards to go. Working from the right hash this time. They go with the power back up for the first down. Right up the gut, and that was Azita, number 17. Carries it for 6 yards and a first down. Haven't been able to give you a First Bank first down just yet because Riverdale scored on the second play of the game. It was a Vaughn carry, and then it was number 6 to the house. Thompson on the tackle on the last play for Riverdale. Searcy, lone receiver here near side, wide out here between the hashes and numbers. Empty on the far side, but a slot back over there. Actually, there is a receiver over on the far side, and there's weird-looking formation here. I don't know if that's the problem. Stafford was on the far side, and I think he had a little question on where he should have been lined up.
Well, Brian, that's the third time right on the snap they've stopped play. And I don't know if the ball's being moved forward on the snap from the center. I don't know if they're lining up. Something different about this crew so far. They've had three plays they've stopped it right as the snap was coming.
And that time they made Jaden Stafford come off. So if it's an equipment thing, why can't we blow the whistle before we go to the line of scrimmage?
I mean, it's just right as the snap is coming.
Play clock is at 9 at 8. And the clock running, and now flag thrown. It's going to go against the Blue Devils, it appears. It's going to draw some displeasure from the Lebanon fans here, and it's false start.
Yeah, the entire defensive line for Riverdale was pointing over there. I think it was just a little bit of a head start right there.
Well, one of the lightest Lebanon crowds in history here tonight.
I would agree. I would definitely agree with that.
They decided to stay home. Not going to be much gate gathered here tonight for sure. Riverdale probably has almost as many fans here tonight. Here's Gian. Going to power his way across the 35 to the 36 for a 4-yard gain. Still behind the chain there. Second down and 11. 7 minutes, 45 seconds, rolling here in the first quarter. If you're just tuning in and you're thinking they're just in the first quarter, well, yeah. Lightning delayed for quite a while. Malden on the takedown. It was a good thing because we left late, tried to time it out. 2 wideouts to the far side. Back to pass is Harrison. Harrison in trouble and taken down. Going to lose about a yard right there, too. And I tell you what, helmets are flying off these Riverdale players. That was Andrew Jones who lost his hat.
Great job right there for the Riverdale defense, Brian, making sure they kept Harrison in the pocket, and then they just swarmed him once he tried to take off.
Gunn on the tackle.
Sets up this 3rd and 11. See if the Riverdale defense can get off the field again and give the offense a chance to get another a 2-score advantage.
Searcy, one of the 2 receivers here near side, and now Stafford's in motion. They don't give it to the sweep guy. They pass it out here to Searcy, and Riverdale's going to swarm him. Going to be another loss here on the play. And it's going to bring up 4th down in Carthage here. Kevin Wright.
I like that one, Carthage.
Yeah. He challenged me to get that in, and I got it in the first quarter. Hollins and Laura on the tackle there.
Another great job for the Riverdale defense getting off the field. Yes, they gave up 1 first down, but so far they've pretty much owned the line of scrimmage.
High kick. Doesn't go very, very far, but it is going to take a nice roll. But decent field position for Riverdale at about the 36-yard line. That's where they're going to start things here tonight.
And, Brian, I noticed the second time in a row Riverdale had nobody back.
Yeah.
I think that's Coach Kreisky saying we're taking no chances with the ball being fumbled. Just get out of the way, get it to my offense. He trusts his offense is going to score wherever they get the ball at.
Yeah, that was definitely not going to try it on 4th and 11 situation there, I wouldn't think. Got a timeout on the field with 5 minutes, 52 seconds to play in the first quarter. It's 7-0. Riverdale leads Lebanon here on the road in the playoffs. State Farm, Rep Sports.
Hey, this is Dan with Music World and Drummers Den. Come in for guitars, keyboards, drums. We have lessons for anything with strings, mandolin, guitar, bass, you name it. We have lessons for anything with keys at Music World and Drummers Den, and a professional drum teacher as well. So if you need to learn to play something, we have you covered. Come on in, buy you an instrument, start learning today at Music World and Drummers Den, 2762 South Church Street, right across from the golf course.
Message provided by the Rutherford Opioid Board.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate.
946 overdose calls countywide in 2023.
We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
Hey there, it's Brian, and as a customer of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, I've seen firsthand how they go above and beyond. They have the Gateway and Memorial Boulevard locations, along with 9 more across Middle Tennessee. They make it easy to get the help I need, and I can always talk to a real person. That's a big deal nowadays. That's why I trust First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. They're always there when I need them.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Elkwood High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Tonight's game on WGNS, brought to you by First Bank. Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, the law offices of John Day. You can listen on Big GTV. We've got the audio rolling there for you. And I just saw a tweet that MTCS kickoff is set for 8:25, so they're about to kick off here in just a second. 1st and 10 for the Warriors as they move left to right. 3 wide here near side. They fake the give, and it's going to be a quarterback keep down the sideline. It's at the 45-50, 45-40, and deep into Lebanon territory goes Gavin Hampton, showing the wheels. He only had 60 yards on 59 carries, but this time picks up 25 big yards and a First Bank first down.
Well, really good job of Hampton right there, keeping the football and running 25 yards, pick up that First Bank first down.
Manier making the tackle, and Hampton showing some pretty good wheels there. 5'10", 177-pound junior. He's got a 1st and 10. The wide side is here at the bottom as they move left to right. But looking to the left is Hampton. Now looks here right side, finds a man open, and it's going to be picked off. Intercepted. And it is Searcy, I believe, down the sideline. One man to beat and pushed out of bounds, thankfully, by Gavin Hampton, of all people. And Lebanon has it set up here in a good spot. Just kind of floated that one a little bit.
Yeah, I think he tried to force that one in there. He saw his receiver coming open, but he kind of lofted it up a little bit more than he wanted to.
Threw in kind of a double team, too.
Yeah, the good coverage right there.
So the Warriors backed up here now. See where they officially spotted. I thought it was 29. We've got a sideline warning here for Lebanon. They got excited, so 26-yard line is where they spot the ball.
All right, let's see if the Riverdale defense can bow up right here and get another stop right here in this first quarter, leading 7-0.
5:24 to play first quarter. Riverdale was rolling. Long run by Hampton. Then the interception. With 18 seconds on the play clock, Lebanon is milking away every single second that they possibly can here. Every snap, the play clock has been inside 10 seconds. Fake to Gian, they go up the middle. And Riverdale read that one pretty well, and that was a run by Stafford again. Picks up 6 yards.
Yeah, Brian, they'd like to play Stafford off Azita. They give it to Azita that time, and then Azita was the one that actually handed that one to Stafford to get 6 yards right there.
Fuqua making the tackle. Fuqua signed to college this week. Was it Mississippi State? Oh, before the play gets off, it's going to be a pre-snap penalty. And another illegal procedure against Lebanon.
Yeah, Brian, Lebanon's going slow most of the time. That, for whatever reason, when they're getting these penalties, they're trying to go faster, and some of those guys are just getting a little antsy.
Gianna Zita on the right hip of Harrison. He's going to come here to the near side. Going to run into a wall of Warriors here for a short gain. on second down and 10. It'll be third down and 9. So give him a yard. Not much room here on this near side.
Riverdale doing a good job, Brian, of knowing where he's going. There's 2 or 3, 4 bodies following him wherever he's going.
Ote on the tackle there, 26 on the season coming into this game. Clock about to reach the 4-minute mark here before the snap is made. 20 seconds on the play clock. And again, they're going to take another 10 off of the clock here, I'm sure. Chuck Gentry, by the way, the head coach of Lebanon in his 9th season. Will Kreisky across the way, the general for the Warriors. And once again, it's Azita on the carry. I saw something flying there. I don't know if it was a flag or not.
I think it was.
Okay. Flags on the play. Couldn't tell if it was a marker, but he didn't lose the ball. Official on the sideline is the one who threw it. Reams and Woods combining on the tackle for Riverdale.
Face mask.
Face mask against Riverdale. That's not what you want. It's going to put the ball down inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line. And it's still third down, though. So it was only the 5-yard face mask penalty. Third down and about 3. Pretty close to it.
You got to feel like this is 2-down territory for the Blue Devils.
Ball at the 18. Azita now on the right hip and sending Stafford in motion. On the jet sweep, he's going to throw it to the end zone and got a guy there and caught by T.J. Searcy, the senior, for the touchdown, Blue Devils. I said the ball was fumbled. Did they signal touchdown? Let's wait and see. Riverdale says the ball was fumbled, and the Riverdale fans are in the air. Lebanon has their hands up with the touchdown signal, but I don't think that's the case. Ball fumbled and maybe picked up by Riverdale. Let's see. The officials are talking. There's no point on the scoreboard for Lebanon at this point.
Wow, what a break. That
pass was caught and then dropped, but it never hit the ground. And we've got a timeout here on the field to kind of settle things, but it's going to be no touchdown for Lebanon and Riverdale football when we come back here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Pizza.
You can now order Murfreesboro's favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com. We've made ordering online a breeze. From sirpizzatn.com, tap on the location nearest you and begin your order for carryout or delivery. You can order the Royal Feast, create your own, spaghetti, calzones, everything right from our online portal at sirpizzatn.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Well, we will tell you what we know. It certainly looked like T.J. Searcy had the ball. The only thing that we can suspect is the ball never hit the ground, but it popped up out of his arms and into the hands of somebody there for Riverdale in the end zone.
And ran it out to the 19-yard line. So that's why it's not a touchback. So they're going to start on their own 19.
So you can run it out of your end zone if you make the interception there. The ball never hit the ground, so it wasn't a fumble recovery in the end zone. So Riverdale will have it, 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Another big stop for the Riverdale defense, Brian, which they've been doing the last couple of weeks.
They've got the ball on the left hash at, again, the 19, their own 19. Vaughn's going to line up on the right hip. And nice run by Vaughn. Gavin Hampton on the handoff. There is a penalty marker. Well, I can tell you one thing. The Lebanon sideline is furious.
They really are.
Stafford made the tackle, but this may be a hold here, the way things are looking. See what the white hat has to tell us. any moment now. Lebanon fans are still booing. It is a hold against Riverdale. And now another sideline warning for Lebanon.
I guess they give you a break after, a play like that. They're just going to give you a warning here.
1st and 20 now for Riverdale. 3:08 to play. 7-0 Riverdale. So 1st down and 15 from the 13. Hampton going to have Vaughn on his right hip, but a little further out toward the end of the line. Hard count there to try to draw him off. Hampton with 5 with 4. Snap to him. Vaughn runs left side and going to pick up about 4 yards, looks like, 3-4 yards. And it's going to set up a 2nd down and 11. Manier on the tackle. Riverdale being very careful down here in this side.
Ball security in this situation, this close to your own end zone, is huge right here. You can't turn it over. Need to try to move the chains a couple of times, flip field position.
Ball has made it up to the 16-yard line. Riverdale up 7-0. 2nd down and 11 now for the Warriors. Far hash, about as far away as we could have a vantage point. Reynolds, Tritch, and Talley, receivers here to the near side. Back to pass is Hampton. Looks, finds his man across the middle. It's Tritch for the 1st down. Got it to the 31-yard line, and a pickup of 13.
Brian, it's hard to say that a freshman is reliable, but Tritch is about as close as you can get with that.
He is worth the price of admission just to watch that young man work. 6'3", 178-pound freshman with 58 catches for 619 yards and 7 touchdowns on the season, averaging about 62 yards per game. Here's Hampton, the give to Vaughn on 1st and 10. Vaughn breaks it 40, 45, 50, just tripped up there around the midfield. We're going to put him down at the minus 49, but a nice run by Vaughn, getting him out of a hole of about 17 there.
Boy, if he hadn't have slipped, Brian, I think he would have taken it to the house. I think that's one where Lebanon caught a break. He slipped on the grass right there.
1st down, 10 yards to go after the First Bank 1st down. First Bank, customer-driven bank, cheering on our student athletes with every new set of downs. That's First Bank. Going to roll out with the same 3 receiver set here near side. Tritch, Reynolds, Talley. Another on the far side. Here's Vaughn on 1st and 10. They grab him by a shirt tail, refuses to go down, breaks that tackle, 35-30, and going to be deep here into Lebanon territory. Try to just drag him down, and he refused to go down. 28-yard rumble by Jacob Vaughn, and the sophomore, after a 26-yard run there. Gosh, he has had the last 2 games, he has broken out.
Brian, we were talking, earlier in the season that, if Riverdale could get some kind of running game, they were going to be really dangerous. And Jacob Vaughn, especially these last 2 weeks, has really stepped up for the Warriors.
First Bank 1st down, 1st and 10. Here's Vaughn again. Running off tackle here to the near side. Ball fumbled. He picked it back up at the last second, thankfully, and is going to be down at the 23-yard line for a 5-yard pickup. Boy, that was scary. He turned to try to cut back, and just the football slipped out of his hands.
Turnovers are going to be huge tonight, Brian. You got to take care of the football. We've already seen one for each side and almost had another one right there, but thankfully fell on top of it and set up a 2nd and 5 for the Warriors.
Searcy making the tackle for the Blue Devils there. 2nd down and 26. Maybe the last play of the first quarter here. And got movement, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Blue Devils. After a fumble recovery, Riley Brown goes 40 yards on the first play for the MTCS Cougars. The extra point good. It's 7-0 Middle Tennessee Christian over Grace Baptist. That's going to give Riverdale a first down with the penalty, too, against Lebanon. And they're going to be in the John Day legal red zone. John Day will fight for injury victims across Tennessee and no fees unless you win. 3 wideouts far side, 1 here to the right. Vaughn gets the carry again. Vaughn going to muscle his way to the 15-yard line on the last play of the first quarter. It's 7-0 Riverdale. Warriors driving when we come back on State Farm Prep Sports.
Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home has served Murfreesboro families with compassion and care since 1880. As a family-owned funeral home, we're committed to honoring every life with dignity through traditional services, cremation options, and pre-planning that gives you peace of mind. For over 140 years, we've been here when it matters most. Visit JenningsandAyers.com. Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, honoring life and comforting families since 1880.
As attic insulation, I can just lie around.
Yeah, and you save homeowners up to 30% on their heating bills. Still, you need some exercise.
But I'm saving them hundreds of dollars.
2 words, jumping jacks.
No way, bud. I need some rest. Could you fluff my pillow?
Call Roscoe Brown Heating and Air to get your home's insulation in shape.
Oh, and pass the Cheetos.
RoscoeBrown.com. Give us a call.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
At the law offices of John Day, we take only real cases that make a real difference.
My name is Laura Lynn, and my family needed legal help. The law offices of John Day took the burden really off of my shoulders. Never once did I feel secondary to anything else that was going on.
We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports brought to you in part by SRM Concrete, locally grown, nationally known. You call, we haul. SRM Concrete. Listen in to each pregame and halftime show, postgame as well, for the SRM Concrete solid performer. We also say thanks to good neighbor State Farm Agent Dana Womack at 805 South Church Street between Farm Credit and the Post Office. Helping us to bring you State Farm Prep Sports. Dana Womack, myboroughagent.com online. We have got, by the way, while we have an extra second here, I think we're planning on having our first basketball game on the 18th. And we typically don't do Hall of Fame games, but Eagleville is going to play host to Central Magnet.
Wow.
So we're going to get a little county rivalry going there in the Hall of Fame game, or I think they still call it that.
I think they still do Hall of Champions,
Hall of
Fame.
Champions, yeah.
But that's a great matchup right to kick off the season.
Yep. By the way, that reminds me, too, we've been playing on All Sports Talk the second of 3 sets of the coaches from the Rutherford County Basketball Media Day. And if you want to watch that back, we've got it on our YouTube channel. Pretty cool event. It was a long morning, about 2.5 hours, but you can hear 7-8 minutes from the coach and a couple of players for each girls and boys team in Rutherford County, which is pretty cool. First time ever doing that.
That's a great thing that y'all started this year, Brian. It really is, highlighting the kids, the new kids that are going to make an impact this year, and all the great coaches that we have coaching these teams.
Well, it was really Tony Rutland, and they did that when they were in the district with Lebanon, and thought that would be something good for Rutherford County, and worked with all the other coaches and made it happen. Well, we've swapped sides of the field, so Riverdale moving right to left with a 2nd and 5. They're at the 15 as the Lebanon band tries to be the 12th man here tonight. And it's Hampton running. Now the late pitch over to Vaughn. Vaughn trying to get the edge. They try to pull him down by his jersey again, and he's going to pick up some decent yardage before being banged out of bounds there on the far side. It'll bring up a 2nd and short, or a 3rd and short, rather.
Another good little wrinkle right there for the Warriors, Brian. A little option right there, and Vaughn turned that up and almost got another first down. Gets them in 3rd and short. feel like it's 2-down territory for the Warriors if they need it. They need to keep this drive going.
Stafford making the tackle there. So it's 3rd and 2. Ball at the 11-yard line, so they need, it's a long 2. Vaughn on the left hip. Running right side, has some room, and it's going to be awfully close.
I think he's going to be just short. It's going to be interesting to see what they do here.
Fourth down and about a yard.
Looks like Riverdale's bringing in the big power lineup right here, Brian, trying to pick up this big 4th and 1 from the 9.
Got Fuqua in the backfield. Got a couple of split backs, so Fuqua is on the right hip here of Hampton. Now they're going to slide over big number 35. Jaden Jones try to plow the road. Are they going to get the first down? I believe so. The file's still carrying toward the goal line. We'll see where they down it, but it's inside the 5, and it's 1st and goal, Warriors.
What a push right there for the Warrior offensive line. Hampton on the keeper got all the way down to about the 1 or 2 yard line.
Fuqua was, the guy in there was blocking in front of him. They're going to go with this same package here on 1st and goal at the 1. Does he get in this time? Tries to knife his way in. Yes, sir! Touchdown! Warriors! Well, if it worked once to get the first down, make it 1st and goal, why not do the same play again?
Well, I agree, Brian. What a statement drive right there for the Warriors. Gavin Hampton, known to be a throw-in quarterback, runs the ball on 4th down, then runs it on the goal line on 1st and goal from the 1 and give the Warriors a 13-0 lead.
They can play ugly, too. After the Toots touchdown, it's Miles Weaver for point here. Snap, set, good. Kick away, splits the uprights. And Riverdale is up 14-0, 10:31 to play in this first half at Lebanon on State Farm Prep Sports.
With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
So what if your roommate decides to microwave a metal mixing bowl and sets your apartment on fire? I'm State Farm agent Alex Williams. Auto, renters, frankly any kind of insurance, I've got your back. Call me at 615-898-1150.
This is Wade Hayes from Toots Restaurants. One of the things that put us on the map here in Rutherford County was our daily specials. Now you can go to our website, toots.com, and click on the Daily Specials tab to see what those are.
Hey, this is Jack Hayes. Come over to Toots Restaurants and play our cool arcade games. And while you're at it, come check out our menus.
Thank you, Rutherford County.
Thank you for dining with us since 1985.
Thank you for dining with us for 40 years.
At Wilson Bank and Trust, we believe you shouldn't have to choose between personal service and digital solutions. This is Andy Jakes with Wilson Bank and Trust. As your local independent bank, we're proud to offer the relationships and trusted service you expect, along with the tools and technology that keep you moving forward.
Wilson Bank and Trust, here to get you there.
Whether you're a growing business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help. Because this isn't just where we work, it's where we live too.
Wilson Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
I'm State Farm agent Alex Williams, and this is State Farm Prep Football.
We're back on State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS. You can watch, or listen rather, on Big G TV as well to our coverage here tonight. Sir Pizza, J. Mullins Jewelry, Winners Trophies, Donut Country, Parks Auction, along with Toots Good Food and Fun, Roscoe Brown Heating and Air, Dr. Automotive, Wilson Bank and Trust, bringing you our coverage tonight. While we have an extra second, Rod, we just started the second quarter here, but pretty impressive start here by Riverdale on the road, and what fortitude they showed on that last drive.
They did. In fact, they really predominantly was a running game. And so they struck quickly with the passing game the first series, and this one they're able to get a running game going. They had kind of things blew up for them a little bit on the interception, but they were able to get an interception back in the end zone, and then they just drove the ball down the field. And if you establish both the pass and the run, then what do they defend?
Well, good point. 14-0. Second quarter of play here with 10 minutes and 31 seconds. We get your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard updated there, powered by Coach T. Going to kick off from the 40 here. Miles Weaver boots it. It's going to be taken inside the 25. And coming here to the near side is number 12 on the return, Jackson Harris. And some of the best field position of the night for the Blue Devils. Thompson making a tackle there, but not before bringing him down inside the 40. Ball going to be marked at the 38-yard line. At least that looks like the 38. The hashes are about gone here, Bill.
We can't hardly tell. We think it's a 38. It's around the 38.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils, down by 2 touchdowns.
One thing I do know, Brian, it's going to be expensive to fix this field after this game tonight.
Yes, it is. Couldn't happen to a better bunch. Here coming to the near side is a run by Azita. Not much room here. Picks up only about a yard.
Riverdale's front has done a good job of containing Azita early on.
Thompson on the takedown that puts the ball at the 39-yard line here on the near hash. They're moving left to right.
You look for Lebanon, Brian, they're going to have to go to their bag of tricks, just like they did when they thought they had a touchdown in the corner. They're going to have to do something because they're not getting much push just running the football.
They're going to send Stafford out the flat over there on the far side and try to pass to him. It's off his fingertips. And lucky that Nate Underwood didn't pick that ball off over there on the far side. The senior was thinking about it.
Had a chance for it, Brian. He really did, but another good play for the Riverdale defense. Good secondary right there. Brings up a 3rd and 8 for another chance for the Warriors to get the defense off the field to get Lebanon in a punting situation.
Ball is at their minus 39. Still trying to milk the play clock and run the clock down. They're going to snap it here with 10 seconds. Going to the air this time. Pass going to be completed to T.J. Searcy and holds on to it this time and falls forward for a 1st down across the midfield 50-yard line for a 13-yard gainer. Searcy has had a good season. They did not have stats for him. Reams on the tackle. MTCS is up 21-0 with 4:21 to play in the first quarter. Jennings and Ayers scoreboard, and it's Stafford running here to the near side, crossing the 45 and in Riverdale territory, obviously, after that 5-yard pickup to make it 2nd and 5. Well, it looks like more like 2nd and 6 as they put the ball at the 43. Fuqua with the tackle on the last play. 2 receivers bunched up here near side, and it's going to be a QB run by Harrison. We'll try to run for the 1st down here. Emmons making the tackle. And that is going to be enough for the 1st down as they put it at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Brian, Lebanon's trying to change up their formations. They've been getting tight right here and trying to get different people involved. That time, Harrison just kept it for a Lebanon 1st down.
8 minutes, 11 seconds left in the half. Going to kind of keep it all tight here on the near side as well with 2 wideouts here on the short side. Back to pass and in trouble, hit as he lofts it and throws it away just because he was crushed. That he was Harrison. And Riverdale brought the Mack truck on that play.
Boy, I thought they had it. I thought he was going to hold it just enough where he get a fumble. But to his credit, he got rid of it just in time.
I'm not so sure Harrison even knew, and that was House who came barreling in there.
That's just another example, Brian, of how the defensive line for Riverdale tonight has really dominated the line of scrimmage.
And flushed out of the pocket, does pass out of it, and it's going to be caught by Zeta, I think, and he's going to rumble all the way down inside the Riverdale 20-yard line. Going to get it to the 18. That's a 15-yard pass and catch, and Riverdale almost had him for a loss. And, of course, Harrison, the senior quarterback, makes a big play. Malden finally brought him down.
Another trick play in their bag, Brian, to get that first down.
Riverdale leading 14-0, but Lebanon in the red zone. Last time they were down here, threw an interception in the end zone. And Harrison is in trouble, threw it high, incomplete. That pass intended for Izita. But Riverdale brought the pressure. Nate Underwood was over there again, along with Hudson Fuqua. And I don't know I would pass like that over there under pressure.
No, and they're lucky on a couple possessions now, or a couple throws. That was another one right there. He kind of had to hurry it, and Riverdale forced the incompletion. Bring up a 2nd and 10 just inside the red zone.
7:12 on the clock, but it is stopped. Back to either side, one on either hip here for Harrison. And they're going to give it to Stafford, the junior, and he's going to be stood up. No gain there, big gang tackle. So 3rd down and 10 from the 19-yard line.
Well, if I'm Riverdale right here, Brian, watch the trick play. That's how they've been getting their first downs. Watch the reverses, the double reverses, flea flickers, all that kind of stuff.
Daniels on the tackle on the previous play.
What's the tight end you were saying that had 3 catches for 3 touchdowns?
Juwan Stafford.
Let's stay with him right here.
He is a senior tight end.
And he came off the field. They made him come off.
He was on the field for the play, but had to make a substitution. And the pass batted into the air and dribbles away from Jonah Gardner, the intended receiver. Fuqua got that big swatter in the air. On 4th down, down by 2 touchdowns in a game like this, does Lebanon roll the dice? That is true. Rod told us that Fuqua won't have to change colors at Mississippi State.
A little bit different maroon, just a little shade.
Just a shade different? They don't have the gold helmets, though.
No.
Vegas gold.
Lots of cowbells.
Tom Nolan will not be happy if you don't say Cardinal and Vegas gold. There's the difference. 4th and 10 at the 19. And now whistle flag as the play clock got down to 0. Are they going to take a delay of game? Oh, what a mistake.
I think they let them have it.
Did they get the timeout?
I think they let them have it. Wow.
Timeout just in the nick of time for the Blue Devils. We'll step aside as well. 6:17 to play first half. It's 14-0. Riverdale, State Farm, Prep Sports.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. With over 2 decades of experience, our ASC certified master technicians are experts in both foreign and domestic vehicles, ensuring accurate diagnosis and timely, cost-effective repairs. From oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly, mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
It is 4th and 10. Blue Devils with Harrison. He's got wideouts everywhere. Goes 3 wide left, 2 to the right. And they are going to be drawn off, I think. Or is it going to be against Riverdale here on 4th and 10?
It's on Lebanon.
It is on the Blue Devils.
Brian, that was interesting. Out of the timeout, Lebanon, I believe, had either 12 or 13 players on the field. They were running 2 off, and then they got a false start right there.
Searcy just took off, and everybody else was standing there. It's not a crowd noise problem.
No, I think it was just communication on what play they wanted to run there.
So now it's 4th and 15. And the ball at the 24-yard line. They've got to get it to the 10 for a first down here. So going empty again. Harrison 3 wide left. 2 here to the short side of the field on the right. Back to pass, in trouble. And is just going to sling it out of bounds. And incomplete. Just kind of threw that in desperation. And Riverdale just brought the pressure. Nate Underwood and Julius Malden.
And, Brian, early on in this game, really the Riverdale defensive line, holding that line and owning it, is really coming up big right here. I think that's a 4th stop of the night for the Riverdale defense.
So Riverdale will take over here. You're listening to coverage on WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. Big G TV rolling. You can listen and see the score bug right there when I don't mess it up from here, which I have already. I had to have somebody fix it for me. I think. Want to open it up again. So 1st and 10 for the Riverdale Warriors as they take over now. It's going to be Vaughn running it right side. And Vaughn keeps the legs chugging a lugging over there on the far hashes, picks up 7 yards. I didn't think he had a chance of getting 7 yards.
And he just keeps going and going, driving those legs forward, and sets him up 2nd and 3. Really been impressed with Jacob Vaughn the last 2 weeks.
Busby and Stafford on the tackle. 14-0 is your score here. 5:34 to play in this first half. Riverdale's got a 2nd and 3 as Hampton goes back to pass, slings it right side, has his guy there. It's a jump ball, and could Reynolds come down with it? No. The answer is no. Double covered over there on the far side. Really kind of a jump ball situation there. Rod had the glasses on it, just a little short on the throw.
I like the matchup right there, Brian. That, gave him a chance. Maybe if he gets just a little more air on it, he can go right up there and catch that. But that's a really good matchup right there for him to look at later on.
3rd down and 3. The scoreboard says make some noise.
Not a lot of people here to make noise, Brian.
Well, there's a few dozen. The band's loud. Ball at the 31-yard line. Here's Vaughn. No, it's going to be a keeper by Hampton. And Hampton's going to stumble forward across the 35 to the 37-yard line and pick up the first down after a 6-yard gain. Nicely done there. Hampton is really getting good at that deceptive handoff play.
It really
there.
is, and that's something he's not known for, and I'm not sure Lebanon was looking for that tonight. He's already got close to 40 yards rushing.
Senior Eli Clark was kind of rolled up there on the play. A bit shaken up. Smith and Binion. Sounds like a law firm on the tackle there for Lebanon. They probably need a few of those here.
Yes.
I've got to stop. I like Lebanon. My daughter's a resident of Lebanon, actually. Well, another set of downs here for the Warriors. 1st and 10. Let's take the rest of this 5 minutes and punch another one in before the half. That would be all right. 3 receivers on the far side. Up top, that's the wide side of the field. Here near side is Braylon Burns. Vaughn going to work on the left hip in this pistol set of the quarterback, Hampton. 3-step drop. Looks, passes, and overthrown. Intended for Burns here on the near side.
They just were on the same page on that one, Brian.
No, don't think so.
I think he thought he was going to keep going, and Burns kind of stopped right about the 45. They'll get that fixed on the next.
They're having a little conversation about it. I tell you, by the 4th quarter, we may not be able to read numbers on these white jerseys for Riverdale, I'm telling you.
They may have to order some more.
I'm telling you, they're going to be nasty. So on 2nd down, Vaughn cuts it up, middle. He's at the 50 now and going to cross over into Lebanon territory. Going to be out at about the 47-yard line, it looks like. So another great run of 18 yards by sophomore Jacob Vaughn. Binion on the takedown. Bill, what this is showing Lebanon is we're not just a passing team.
No, and I think that's something, thinking about, keeping this game on Friday, thinking that the rain was going to really hurt Riverdale. Seeing them last week, Riverdale can run the football too, just as well as they can throw the football. And I think that's a part of the game that people, might not have expected when they see the Riverdale coming through here.
Well, it's 1st and 10 after the first bank first down for the Warriors. Going to be Vaughn again coming here near side. Chugging across the 45, going to be pushed out of bounds shy of the 40. We'll see where they spot the football. That's going to be about a 5-yard pickup there, yes, to the 41, about 6-yard pickup, wasn't it?
6 yards again for Vaughn. He's nearing 100 yards, already got 97 in the first half. Just keeps those legs turning and gets extra yardage.
Butler making the tackle. Looks like we've got a timeout on the field. 14-0, Riverdale driving. 4:15 to play in the first half on State Farm Prep Sports.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service. From personal tax preparation to business bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes, at Craig's Tax Service, our staff is here to help.
Get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
As a former Siegel Star football player, I know the importance of the high school sports experience. Good luck to all county student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
This is Craig Buckner with Mills Family Pharmacy.
Mills Family Pharmacy on South Church at Veterans Parkway.
You or your loved one are on a complex medication regimen. We can pack that into a multi-dose planner that's labeled correctly, that simplifies your life.
Mills Family Pharmacy, dedicated to providing customers with services that are customized to meet their needs.
Your medication's dispensed in a 30-day multi-dose planner, labeled correctly with each individual medication on each packet.
Mills Family Pharmacy, next to Toots on South Church at Veterans Parkway.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
Welcome back, and we know now that the Oakland Patriots will host Bradley Central next week. Bradley Central leading 31-20 over Jefferson County tonight. Move on to the second round. I've got another update to tell you that is quite amazing. Blackman fans, you're going to want to hear this one. 4:15 to go on 2nd and 4 for Riverdale out of the timeout. Back to pass, Hampton slings it downfield. And the catch made and then hit. Reynolds goes down. The ball hits the turf, thankfully. But the ball popped up when he was hit. Well, that could have been rough. It would have been a great snag, too. He had it, but well-timed hit.
Yeah, really good job for the Lebanon defense right there. That's safety coming over, jarring that ball loose. And he was open there for a second, had his hands on it, and safety came over, knocked it out of his hands.
9-1 Dobbins-Bennett is tied with 3-7 Farragut at Dobbins-Bennett, 21-21, and they're in a weather delay, but the game is in overtime. Whoever wins that game will play Blackman. If it's Farragut, it'll be at Blackman next week. Here's Tritch trying to go upfield. Now he's going to turn around and be spun down. Well, this is going to stall out here. Bring up a 4th down, going to lose about 2. That play really never had a chance.
No, Lebanon did a good job there. They stacked up that right side. When Trish got the ball, they outnumbered our Warriors on that side. And I think Coach Kreisky's going to punt here, and I think it's not a bad idea here. Pin them back. You got the momentum. You're up 2 scores. Make them go the length of the field on your defense.
Those interested in this game and who would play next week and where they would play. Doesn't matter who wins this game, they are going to go to Maryville as they were a 41-7 winner over Westridge tonight. Our scoreboard has a little more of a Middle and East Tennessee flair to it when we get in the playoffs. Looks like Riverdale is going to take a delay.
Which, Brian, I kind of like that. It's a little different feel. You're going to, some of these teams like Maryville are going to have to go through all of Rutherford County if they want to be playing on that quarterfinals, semifinal night at Thanksgiving week this year.
Well, if this game goes like we hope it does, Riverdale will travel to Maryville next week. And then hopefully a Blackman win next week and a Riverdale win at Maryville will have a Rutherford County quarterfinal matchup. Oh, they snap high awesome to our punter Weaver, but he gets it away. It's going to take a bounce right in front of the end zone. Riverdale trying to keep it out of the end zone, but Jackson Porter couldn't get there quite in time, so it'll be a touchback, and Lebanon will have it at the 20. So it's 14-0 Riverdale. 2 minutes, 55 seconds left in the first half, and Lebanon football. Well, one thing if you're Riverdale you don't want to have happen here is a quick Lebanon score to give them momentum going into halftime.
Brian, I still think that was the right call right here for Coach
Sure.
Kreisky. You only gained, 15, 20 yards, something like that. But make Lebanon drive that whole 80 yards on your defense. Your defense has really been the strong point, and it really dominated this game so far.
They've only been in the red zone twice. Once was an interception in the end zone. They fake the pitch, and it's going to be a run to the 25 for Gian Azita for 5 yards. Fuqua making the tackle. Let's see. I think, outside of Dobbins-Bennett Farragut, we kind of know the matchups for the second round in 6A, at least on the top half. This run goes nowhere. On the far side, Azita once again on the carry, I believe.
Zeta is their workhorse.
Sure.
And he runs hard. He's a good football player.
So they gave me stats on their 2 top backs, and Zeta had 163 carries, and coming into the game, Stafford had 36, and he probably had 10 in that Siegel game.
Yeah, it seemed like he always had the football.
Yeah, and tonight he's had a lot of carries. He split out wide here on the near side alongside Jonah Gardner. Nobody on the far side. Split back here to try to block for Azita on 3rd and 2, and it's going to be awfully close. Players are very slow to get up off the pile. In fact, there's one Lebanon player still down. I believe it's a Lebanon player from what I can see. White pants. And that is not Gian. He spells his first name, by the way, Gyan. Aiden Emmons making the tackle on the last play. Let's see. I think we've had another score by the Cougars. It's 41-0. Start of the second quarter.
It's a good start.
That is nuts. Well, Rod was saying, you don't want to think you blew out the team 63-0. They're on track here to do even better than that. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look while we have a second as they continue to work on that player. See if I can find my bracket here for Division II. MTCS will play the winner of Trinity Christian and Franklin Christian. And that game is tonight. I guess I'm a little premature, but they're up 41-0 in the first quarter. See if there are any other 6A scores here of games that are going on tonight. Don't see anything going on there. Clarksville leads Independence 14-7. And Brentwood and Rossview are in a lightning delay. And it says the game was supposed to start at 8:30, so that was the last update there. In West Tennessee, Collierville beat White Station 56-0. White Station 3-7. So they will play Antioch. And what are we looking for? Southwind. Just update our scoreboard here while we have a second. And they're actually bringing a backboard out, which is never good to see. Southwind and Arlington. Well, let's see. Houston beat Germantown tonight, 33-22. Is that right? Houston 33, Germantown 22. That is wild.
Wow.
So Houston at 2-7 are now 3-7, and they ended the season for Germantown at 7-4. So that is an upset. They'll play Ravenwood. That's a tough matchup. And there's that Arlington Southwind game. Southwind won 41-7 over Arlington. Southwind is still undefeated, by the way. And they'll play the Brentwood Rossview winner. So that just leaves Whitehaven and Bartlett out of Region 7. And that game is scoreless in the second quarter. So that's what we've got there. Looks like Brentwood is now up 9-0 over Rossview. Did just get an update on that one. So we'll continue to watch the scoreboard in 6A. And they continue to take a look at the young man who is down for Lebanon right now. And this may take a second as well. So I think we'll take a quick timeout. 1:35 to play in the first half. It's 14-0. Riverdale Warriors on top. Injury timeout. We'll be right back.
When it comes to building your dream home in Rutherford County, America's Home Place has the winning game plan. Step into the Mount Juliet showroom and call your own plays. Pick the house plan, flooring, cabinets, countertops, and more, all under one roof. Build it your way on your land with a builder you can trust. Visit 4157 North Mount Juliet Road or call 615-784-0030. America's Home Place, helping Rutherford County families score big with custom homes.
You know, everyone has a more. First, it's a pony. Then to be on the cheer squad. Your more grows up just like you do. But your more can still carry you away or make you cheer. At First Bank, banking local gets you more. More of our time, more access to local bankers, more flexibility, and more product choices. Because getting more empowered and confident helps you pursue your more that never grows old. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
Clark's Auction Company will get you top dollar for your property.
Auctions are easy, fast, and profitable.
Whether you're buying or selling a home or commercial property, the auction is just so much easier, quicker, smoother.
My wife and I sold our personal home. Parks Auction helped us with that. The house brought about 20% more than we were going to ask for.
Visit parksauction.com.
Clark's Auction Company will get you top dollar for your property.
Clark's Auction Company, committed to auction excellence.
Sold it to you, 27.5.
You've heard people say, you know your work by your name, but there's no better name for residential and business concrete work than Dan France Concrete. From basic slabs to decorative stamping, for your next concrete project, call Dan France Concrete, 615-642-5152.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Trust me, Dan is committed to the community and will offer you a great product. He'll stand behind his work and make sure you're satisfied with every aspect of the work. Dan France Concrete.
Friday night high school football starts and ends with Friday Night Thunder, the region's most complete high school football show. Real-time score updates, exclusive coach interviews, and full region breakdowns from across southern Middle Tennessee and the state. I'm Court Steer. Join me right here on WGNS every Friday night for Friday Night Thunder. Pre-game show starts at 6, post-game until 11. More than complete coverage of every team, every Friday.
Head over to J. Mullins Jewelry to check out their selection of rings, watches, custom designed jewelry, and much more. They're a local business located at 352 West Northville Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. They have gifts for all occasions, weddings, graduations, anniversaries, whatever you need, you can find it at J. Mullins Jewelry. That's at 352 West Northville Boulevard or online at mullinsjewelry.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Elk Point High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We are back, and the injured player was who there? 79, Aaron Davis, junior lineman, and he's been have medical care, so wish him well after that. We're back to the play, and Searcy, ball hits the ground after he slung down for the short gain on 1st and 10. Bring up a second down. And Otey making the tackle.
That was a great play by Otey right there, Brian. I think he knocked it out, and they're going to call it incomplete.
Sure are, aren't they? I was wondering why they were going back. I was kind of scanning for a flag, but it's going to be incomplete here on the near side.